Good afternoon and welcome to another installment of Getting to Know Fair Oaks. Today we're going to discuss our beloved Fair Oaks Bridge and its contributions to the society. As you know from our previous installments, Fair Oaks was established as a colony in 1895. So this bridge here was originally constructed in 1901. Its main purpose was to aid in the transportation of produce from Fair Oaks over to Folsom, where the main railroad spur was. And this allowed for the produce to move easily and for visitors to travel back and forth from the railroad and Fair Oaks. Now, the bridge was originally cost about $30,000 to build, which was a big investment of the time. After 6 years, the river rose from all the strong storms, and the current was so strong that it took the bridge downstream, collapsing the bridge, and no bridge existed any longer. Now, the bridge was gone and the need to cross was still existent. So one day there was these two very brave mail carriers, and they decided to get into this small boat and trek across. Little did they know that the current was going to sweep them away, destroy the boat, throw them overboard, drown them, and kill them. After this occurrence of the two mail carriers dying, the Sacramento board decided that it was best to build a temporary bridge, while a permanent bridge was in the works. Now, this temporary bridge was constructed and ready for use in 1907 and left only a few months without a bridge. And this temporary bridge that was constructed only lasted for 18 months. Once again, the strong currents rose about and conquered the bridge, taking it away. And fortunately, after the temporary bridge was destroyed, it only took a couple of months for the permanent bridge, the one that we know here today, was constructed. And the final construction of the bridge was in 1909. The bridge was utilized from then on to transport produce back and forth from the Folsom side over to the city of Fair Oaks to supplement the community with everything that they needed, as well as bring in travelers and visitors from the East Coast, say, and San Francisco. And in 1967, the bridge was closed to traffic and was going to go under a little renovation, and later on in 1973 the bridge was reopened again for pedestrian use. Now, this bridge does have a claim to fame. In 1980, the classic American film The Stuntman used this bridge here for one of its major scenes. In this scene, there was this cool classic vintage Mercedes cruising down, blah, blah, and all of a sudden, boom, goes off the side of the bridge and into the river below. Crazy, I know, right? And to this day, teenagers have this little thing that the engine still lays at the bottom of the river, which kind of causes a dilemma for the safety around here. The teenagers like to come out and jump off the bridge in hopes of finding that engine block. Thank you guys for staying in tune with me this afternoon. It was a good time. You learned a little bit about the Fair Oaks Bridge. Make sure you guys check in next week. We're going to talk a bit about why there are so many turkeys in the city.